You know what it turns into? It's like you sing, and then you're doing it for you, but then you're taking on the reactions of those ears, and then it takes that moment away from you. So we're gonna continue. Only to pretend that she's not there. Turn away while she fights. As a ghost she fades in a room full of jades. Jades are a plant, if you didn't know. Ears were open, now closed by choice. She turns, speaking in vain. To the crowd, they know her name. Always the one to be blamed. Acknowledging that you're there, only to be treated like she's not there. Is it fair? Let's take a chair. Is it fair? Oh, is it fair? Let's take a chair. When I say let's take a chair, it's like, all right, we about to sit down and we about to listen. Just like him and that girl. He should have just, you know what? She's screaming, it's not fair, this and that and the third. Sometimes you got to read between the lines. You got to see the spaces on the page, because there are spaces on the page. We just choose to fill in how much we want to fill in, and we say, oh yeah, this page is full, when there's still a lot of space on that page. Just because it looks full doesn't mean it's full. So they're questioning, and she's screaming out saying, always the one to be blamed, acknowledging that you're there, only to be treated like she's not. Is it fair? Is it fair? This gonna take a lot of time, so we're gonna sit down and we're gonna pull up a chair and we're gonna listen. We're gonna pay attention for once in our lives. Watching this corner, who with that girl with a child, but they smile. Lucky it's not them. Just like a witch getting burned, or somebody going to jail, or somebody getting executed. They're sitting around. There's those that sitting around listening, that will listen to you, and there's those that will sit down to watch your execution. So when somebody is sitting down to listen to you, just know that it's not all. There's people with bad intentions, and there are people with good intentions. Those people be sitting there watching you and listening, and then there's people that would love to sit there and watch you burn. And those are the two types of people in life. Lucky, so they're lucky it's not them, they're talking about. So they sitting there like, yeah, they're not talking about me, so it is what it is. I'm cool. But in the end of the day, she'll never be. Yeah, they see her as she stands in defense to the scorner. She'll never be. Believe her as she stands in defense to the scorner. She runs to the corner, screaming in fear. She runs in the corner. She runs to the corner. She runs in the corner, to the corner, screaming in fear. What is fair? Bus fare, money, screaming for money. Take me away, transport me to somewhere that will let me be. This person is trying to run away from the situation because she's constantly being attacked. She's constantly being attacked for every little thing that she do, every little thing that she say. She's constantly being attacked, and she wants nothing more than to go away. She wants fair to take her away. Give me this fair so I can get away. Get out of your hair, because I really don't want to be here. She's screaming out in fear. Is it fair? It's not fair, so give me my fair and take me away. Give me my fair chance. Give me my fair and money. It's not fair. All of those in the same category, in the same box right now. She'll never be. Believe her as she stands in defense to the scorner. She'll never be. Believe her as she stands in defense. Yeah, they see her. She'll never be. She'll never be left around, and they're saying out, and they're saying, hey, yeah, believe her. She'll never be, yeah, believe her. Not she'll never be a believer. That's kind of like the metaphor. I love that, that I put that way, because it's like, oh yeah, she'll never be a believer. She'll never have faith. No, if she'll never be, comma or colon marks, she'll never be a believer. Believe that she'll never be, and this is her lifestyle. She's telling you she'll never be, because she'll never be, and they're like, oh yeah, she'll never be. Yeah, I believe her because I see it for myself. She'll never be. She'll never be a believe her as she stands in defense to the scorner. She'll never be a believe her as she stands in defense. Yeah, they see her. She'll never be as the scorner. She's running to the corner and she yelling fair. Is it fair? And she yelling fair. Is it fair? So as much as she's being scorned, by the end of the day, at the end of the day, she will never be like the scorner, because she understands the experience behind the scorner, because she was the one that was being scorned. You know? She just wants to run away because maybe this is what they're forcing upon her. She'll never be as a scorner. She knows how painful it is. She knows what the scorner put her through. You trying to whip me into shape, and I'm trying to get away from you. I will never be like you. You know? She'll never be as the scorner. Running to the corner. So she's running to the corner and she's yelling in fair. Is it fair? And she yelling fair. Is it fair? Is it fair? And she yells in fair. Is it fair? She'll never be. Yeah. She'll never be a believe her as she stands in defense to the scorner. She'll never be a believe her as she stands in defense. Yeah, they see her. She'll never be a believe her as she stands in defense to the scorner. She'll never be a believe her as she stands in defense. Yeah, they see her as she stands in defense. Yeah, they see her as she stands in defense. Yeah, they see her. I was having a meeting with a caseworker yesterday, and I'm sitting there, we going through it like we always do, because she basically making something out of nothing and she trying to work me up. So I'm just chilling. She go and she called down the head, the head manager. She called down the director, and she like, yeah, she's a witness. She basically called her director the witness, like I was attacking her. And this is a position they put me in every time I go to see her, but she's the only caseworker out here. So I go to see her and I'm calm, like I'm cool. It's so many things that she had a problem with me, and I'm thinking I'm walking into a situation like, okay, cool, we about to handle the situation. We about to talk about the apartment. We about to talk about employment, this, that, and the third. As soon as I walk in there, she talking about, I don't like the way yesterday that you walked past me. I said, excuse me, you didn't move. And the whole time I know she lying, because I moved. I'm the one who moved, because she was walking. I don't like when people bump me, like, because you're not going to bump me. So I move out the way so that you don't bump me. She basically, I told her, I'm sitting there like, don't play my position, because it's just like, you're lying and you're trying to make it seem like what you did was right when you were in the wrong. What I did was right, because I moved up out your way when you walked past me, because I know you wasn't going to move. So I moved for you for so many reasons in regards to, this is your job, and I'm always the one that always get the whiplash. I'm going to lose my shelter because you being petty, and that's how it is. So I knew this, and that's why I moved up out the way, because I'm not about to let you ruin this for me. So I moved out the way, and she basically talking about, she just worked up, like she walking around her office just moving stuff and just like telling my son not to touch this bag, like this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, I'm just sitting there, and it's just the way that she coming at me, you can tell you got something on your plate about me that's more than just your profession, what you're supposed to be doing. That's why I said don't mix personal with professional. Okay, so we doing that, and it's just like, she called her director. When she called her director down, I'm just wondering, I'm like, why did you call the director down? I'm sitting here telling you, because she gave me a folder, and she was like, well, you write all your information on here, like proof, write all your proof down on this paper about the information of where you visit, the proof that you're doing something. And I was like, okay, well, you got to, I'm going to use that paper in the folder because she told me that when I first got here. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to use that paper in the folder that you gave me. She was like, no, no, no. I'm going to need you to give more proof. I'm like, what other proof do you want? And she was like, get a paper from them. That application, make a copy of the application. I'm like, at this point, you ain't sitting right with my spirit. Like, she really making me uncomfortable because it's just like, no, I'm not about to do that. You told me to write down the information on the paper, and that sounds logical. But what you're asking me is doing too much. Like, what you really trying to get at? So I write it down. I mean, I don't write it down until I'm just like, I'm telling her, I'm like, no, I'll use the paper. I'm going to use the paper because you telling me to take pictures of the application, make copies of the application. No. So, so then she's like, as soon as I told her, I was like, I'm not going to go get I was like, do you want me to go get that folder? And then I started talking to her about something else. And that's when she turned around and quickly grabbed the phone. And she was like, nah, because she just grabbed the phone. I'm just like, I'm wondering, why is you grabbing the phone? Like, why is you calling her down here again? Like, I'm getting annoyed for her. If she ain't annoyed, I'm freaking annoyed. Because you calling her down for every little thing. Like, you just like a little kid that just can't get your way. So you're going to keep calling down the director over and over and over again. So we sitting down there. And I'm talking to the director. I'm telling her what's going on. I tell her like my situation with the, the apartments and the fact that I can't get into this apartment because I don't have no proof of disability. But eventually they work out a way. She's like, okay, well, she can send over, she can call them or fax them. She can have them fax over the information of the proof of you was once upon a time disabled or any medication. Like, she can get that fax over to us. This girl, I'm like, okay, cool. That sounds like a plan. So we revert back to her, and she's taking it way back when. And she's like, okay, so this is what we're not going to do. We're not going to, look for apartments for you, this and that and the third. I'm like, we trying to move on. You trying to move back. So this is how she was aggravating. I'm like, why is you talking about this? And she just said you can fax over the information. But that's the thing. She's trying to dodge the bullet. She don't want to go fax over that information. She don't want to get that information faxed over. So she's trying to distract her to basically work in her favor. So then the director talking about, why don't you do it? What the fuck? Like, what I look like doing that? Like, that's really what I wanted to say at that moment. Because man. Okay, so she's like, why don't you do it? I'm like, but you just told her to do it. Like, it looks better coming from her because this is a business and y'all actually got a reason behind what y'all doing. Y'all can be like, oh yeah, she's in shelter right now. We're trying to get her into the apartment for disability. Could you fax this over for us? I'm gonna ask directly because she said that she tried and she couldn't get through. So, it's nothing like a person in professional position to help you. So I'm like, that's what I'm trying to explain to them, but they're not listening. Neither of them is listening because they're siding together. So I'm like, that sounded more reasonable. And now you're telling me to reach out to do what you just did. And I'm not in a position to do what you just did. So how is it going to work for me and y'all didn't even try? And that's the thing. I feel like she don't want to try. This girl has a lazy mind. Her mind is so lazy. She don't want to do anything. She wants you to do it for her. She acts like a lot of the caseworkers, a lot of people have been complaining about. She's one of those caseworkers that don't do nothing. She wants you to do it all while she sit back and chill, acting like she's doing her job when you really doing her job. I can be a better caseworker than you. So that's what I'm going through with them. So then what got me though was when she was like, yeah, she's just a witness. She's standing here as my witness. A witness to who? Because your witness is basically, it would be another person. That person would be a witness to the director. And that's the director. How's the director your witness to what's going on? And then she was like, well, you need to find it. And then she reverted back because she's using her anger out on me. She's trying to express herself to me in a way of attack. She's trying to attack me behind her job. So she's basically like, the apartments, she's like, we don't do that. We don't look for the apartments for you. You got to go out there and do that yourself. You have to go out there and get the information on the apartments yourself. I'm sitting there like, you a bold-faced lie. Because for one, y'all do vouchers. For one, you're reaching out to different programs for us for housing. So what are you talking about? I got to go out there and do it all myself when you're supposed to be, this is what you do. You're sitting here lying about every little thing. The director is standing here hearing you lie about every little thing. And honestly, I just really wanted to bawl my eyes out because you sitting here lying. Not only are you lying alone, but you're lying and the person is sitting here as a witness, witnessing you fucking lying and ain't doing shit about it. And y'all both sitting here pointing at me like I'm the motherfucking problem. So for what? And y'all lying. I mean, not her, but not the director, but the fucking person is just lying in the person's face. You're sitting there lying. You're witnessing this woman lie, and y'all ain't doing shit about it. She's sitting here trying to attack me. She's sitting here telling me she can't do shit for me right in front of you, and then she's basically refusing to do her fucking job. So then like I said, I'm always being handed her plate. Like, you just told her what to do, and now you're putting that shit on me. telling me I need to do it. Why do I need to do what you said she should do? You're putting me in a position to fucking stress over this bullshit when I'm already dealing with a lot of shit. And that's why I say a lot of people don't give a fuck about your mental health. They don't care about what the fuck they put you through. Because now I'm doing what the fuck she should have did, because this bitch can't even fucking do shit. She cannot do anything. And when she's put in a position to do it, she's fake as fuck. She lie and she get her way out of doing the shit that she needs to do because she don't want to fucking do it and she's lazy as fuck. I had so much on my plate that I missed my other appointment with the other caseworker, so here I am, and she talking about giving me all this information, and bitch, I don't even feel fucking safe giving you nothing, because I feel like you playing takeaway at this point. I don't feel like I don't want to give you my information about the apartments. I don't want to give you information about, you know, the about my job. I don't want to give you information about what the guy Dante, I think that's his name, he's supposed to be giving me an apartment. I don't want to give you information on what he's giving me, because I feel like you fucking attacking me at this point. You're fucking attacking me at this point. You're trying to get in my way. Why the fuck you need copies of my resume and stuff? I mean, of my application and stuff. Like, you sound like you trying to hold me back. So when I sat in there, she like, you know, you need to talk to me about everything. I'm not telling you nothing, because you really know I don't trust you now. I don't trust a fucking liar. And you sitting in that professional chair is not going to make me change my mind about trusting a liar. You're a liar. I don't trust you with anything that I say to you. So yeah, that was my little vent about the song, and then that was my little vent about what's going on here. But I'm gonna talk to y'all next time. Like, comment, subscribe, be notified, share it to own free will. Care. Bye. And then, oh yeah, and then another thing is everybody like record what she say, record what she do. I'm like, y'all ain't no better than her, because at this point I'm exhausted. I'm not about to record her. No, I don't need fucking proof that you're an asshole and you're a fucking liar. I'm gonna let God deal with you at the end of the day, and that's just what it is. Because I ain't dealing with you no more.
They always say you got this. But who got you? You the one they call when the world fall down. The shoulder, the calm, the safest sound. You show up with strength when the room's full of fear. But when you need help, ain't nobody near. You smile through storms, stay quiet through pain. Never let them see you buckle under the strain. You laugh when your chest heavy, tears on mute. Giving life to everybody, but who waters you? Who checks on the strong ones? The ones that smile when they breaking apart. Who hears the tears that fall in the dark? Who hugs the backbone of the home? The ones who heal but feel alone. Strong don't mean unshaken. It means we mastered faking. Check on us, we tired too. Behind the strength, we human too. Like an endless cup. Even when your own world's rough enough, you pray for them, show love on time, but no one notices you're losing your mind. You help them heal, help them cope, speak life when you can't find hope. But who sits with you when the silence screams, when you're drowning slow in broken dreams? To the man who's tired but scared to say it, to the woman who loved but don't feel it reciprocated, to the kid who had to grow up too fast, to the one whose peace never seems to last. This world expects so much from you, but forgets to ask if you're good too. You don't always have to be the flame. You're allowed to fall, to feel, to name your pain. So if you're tired, let go tonight. You don't gotta hold the light. I see you, I really do. And if no one's asked, how are you? Who checks on the strong ones? Who sees the weight you silently off the crown. You don't have to carry everyone now. This one's for you.